A strange sight in the sky last night over Oahu caught the attention of many people.
Humans have always been fascinated by things falling from the sky, whether it's meteorites or alien stuff. But not all encounters with stuff from space end well, like what happened to the dinosaurs. So, are we still at risk today? Surprisingly, yes. There have been instances, like in 1908, when entire cities were in danger because of things falling from the sky. In this video, we delve into the 10 most unexplained and terrifying skyfall events. Number 10. The Uzi Goo. It was a peaceful day in cozy rural Washington homestead, mid-1994. Sunny skies with no hint of a downpour of any sort. Imagine the shock of the residents when they receive a downpour, not of rain, but of a strange, transparent, oozing goo, eerily similar to the substance showcased in the Alien movie franchise. The substance resembled a translucent, gooey gel and covered the ground, plants, and even some vehicles. It was often described as having a fibrous or web-like texture. In the end, scientists hypothesized that the goo was caused by a rare cyanobacterium called Nostoc, which, being photosynthetic, formed colonies at the time to form the substance. Number 9. The Green Fireballs. It was late in the 1940s and early 50s, at the height of the UFO conspiracy movement, which took the world by the now infamous Roswell incident.
That was the beginning of these so-called green fireballs.
Imagine the buzz and nervousness when a bunch of green fireballs suddenly appeared right in the same neighborhood as Roswell. While most were inclined to accept that this extraordinary phenomenon was caused by meteors, conspiracy theorists exist to this day as to the supposed origin of these ghostly green fireballs. Number 8. A rain of frogs. Ever heard of the term "it's raining cats and dogs"? Well, it never really happened, but it has quite literally rained frogs and fishes. And no, we aren't referring to the 10 plagues of Egypt. The ludicrous look on the faces of farmers in Kansas during 1873 would have been quite a sight to behold, considering they received a shower of frogs and fish, not once or twice, but multiple times throughout the year. While this phenomenon baffled the minds in 1873, modern science has put this unusual phenomenon down to tornadoes and waterspouts. Maybe one of those frogs was the inspiration behind Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Number 7. It's raining blood. Talk about the 10 plagues of Egypt. One of the earliest recorded instances of blood rain occurred in Strasbourg, France in 1608. Reddish rain fell from the sky, and it was believed by some to be a divine or supernatural event. Records of this frightening event date back to the days of Homer, with the legendary poet attributing this phenomenon to the wrath of the Olympians. However, modern scientific understanding is that it is because of various natural causes, including dust and microorganisms. Number 6. Blue ice. Is there anyone alive who dislikes snow? It is a source of joy for both adults and children. While hail isn't exactly appreciated, it isn't hated either. But what about a snowfall of blue ice? This unique event was observed time and again across the world, with the tendency of this kind of ice to fall on residential areas, causing it to become a source of confusion for people across the world. While most of these incidents have been put down to the ice being formed by airplane lavatory waste, the phenomenon, occurring even in areas without plane routes over them, leaves a lot of unexplained reasons. Number 5. The mysterious metal balls. In 2015, 3 mysterious objects, which have reportedly fallen from space, caused mass hysteria among villagers in southern Spain. Residents from villages in Murcia have been perplexed by a series of objects landing in their fields. The first ball was found on Tuesday, November 3rd by 2 shepherds in Calaspara. A second object was found the next week in Villavieja, and just a few days after, yet another was found in Elda. They then took away the object for further research. While most have quickly dismissed the case to be an incident of space junk and satellite debris, the truth behind these still remains unsolved. Number 4. The Texas Fireball.
Well, very bright meteor, or maybe just a piece of space junk, burned up and could be seen over much of Texas last night.
In the early hours of a clear Texan night in 2021, residents across the state were startled by the sudden appearance of an incredibly bright and massive fireball streaking across the sky. Reports flooded in from various cities, and eyewitnesses described it as a curious but eerie sight. The fireball was so bright that it briefly illuminated the night sky like a second sun. The most plausible explanation for this remarkable event remains to be a meteor. However, since this event occurred during the pandemic period, scientists have not been able to confirm or deny this hypothesis. Number 3. Yellow rain. Consider waking up one day to find that it's not just water falling from the sky, but yellow-tinted rain. This unusual phenomenon has been reported in various parts of the world. One of the most famous cases occurred in Southeast Asia in the 1970s, particularly in Laos and Cambodia. The yellow rain was initially believed to be chemical warfare, causing widespread panic and concern. Some even suspected that the Soviet Union was involved. However, thorough investigations revealed that the yellow rain was most likely the result of natural causes. It was caused by the dispersal of fungal spores from the Hymenoptera genus of bees. These spores can become airborne and fall to the ground, creating the appearance of yellow rain. While it may not have been chemical warfare, the yellow rain phenomenon was still unsettling for those who experienced it. Number 2. Lithuania black rain. In 2014, Lithuanian residents were bewildered when black rain fell from the sky, covering everything in a black, oily substance. Images and videos of this eerie phenomenon quickly circulated on social media. The black rain sparked fears of pollution, chemical spills, or even something more sinister. Hazmat teams were dispatched to investigate, and experts collected samples for analysis. The incident raised concerns about the potential health risks associated with the mysterious substance. After thorough examination, it was determined that the black rain was not a result of any nefarious activity. Instead, it was just a natural occurrence, a seasonal migration of aphids. These tiny insects excrete a sugary substance known as honeydew, which, when combined with rain, can create the appearance of black rain. And number 1. Tunguska Event. Now let's take a step back in time to the year 1908 and travel to Siberia, Russia. On June 30th of that year, a massive explosion occurred in a remote, sparsely populated area known as Tunguska. The explosion flattened over 2,000 square kilometers of forest, which is equivalent to the size of a major city. The Tunguska event was incredibly powerful, estimated to be about 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. It created shockwaves felt around the world and even caused night skies to glow in Europe. The explosion was so powerful that it knocked people off their feet hundreds of kilometers away. For decades, scientists puzzled over the cause of the Tunguska event. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that this theory emerged. It might be a meteorite or comet fragment that entered Earth's atmosphere and exploded in an airburst before hitting the ground. As of now, the truth behind these mysterious space debris objects remains unsolved, making it one of the most recent and puzzling events of objects falling from the sky that science has yet to fully explain. So there you have it, our list of top 10 scariest objects fallen from the sky that continue to intrigue and mystify us. If you found this video to be informative and exciting, be sure to like it and smash that subscribe button.